ALSA Road Construction will do our best to respect the places we work in, which includes water and air protection, trees, and personal property. We will train individuals on the placement and use of environmental protection devices. The systems, once in place, should not be moved or tampered with unless directed by a supervisor. ALSA will provide the resources necessary to ensure educational training in resource conservation, pollution prevention, and continual improvement of our environmental performance. In other words, we strive to reduce, reuse, and recycle our waste materials. We will always comply with environmental legislation, approvals, and permits. We implement practices that will minimize erosion and prevent movement of sediment and spills into waterways and storm sewer infrastructure. If a spill occurs and there is a hazard, the immediate response should be to clear the area until an assessment can be made. You should also report the spill to your supervisor and the necessary authorities. If you cause the spill, you are responsible for cleaning it up. There are spill kits on each worksite and in many vehicles. Any spill must be cleaned and disposed of in the appropriate containers for handling by processors. Any hazardous materials that are on site must be disposed of in a safe manner. The procedures to follow if a spill has occurred are: 1. Identify the material that has been spilled. Check any labels and locate the MSDS sheet and report it to a supervisor and wait for instructions. 2. Contain the spill. Stop the flow by plugging any leaking vessel or container, or by making sure the spill does not escape the immediate area. 3. Notify your supervisor and tell them what exactly has happened. 4. Recover as much spilled product as possible with the materials at hand. 5. Clean up and scrape off contaminated soil to depth of penetration. 6. Dispose of material in a secure container. 7. Reclaim and restore the site to its original condition, which may mean bringing in clean soil or fill. We should always be aware of any environmental impacts on a daily basis as we continue our work. Some important things to keep in mind are: ensure that sediment does not enter the storm sewer by using proper ditching and catch basins to prevent this. Remember that this water ends up in someone's drinking glass at the end of the day, and we have to be careful to ensure that our work does not end up in the waterways and impact either us or users downstream. Ensure that you check the controls put in place on a regular basis in case they have been moved or tampered with. When soil or gravel is stockpiled, make sure that dust or runoff sediment does not make an environmental impact. Ensure that any chemicals used on the job are safely handled and stored. We often find ourselves working around established trees and shrubs that belong to either the city or property owners, and we must make every effort to leave them in their natural state. When working around trees and shrubs, a barrier must be maintained to protect the plants. We will water and maintain the trees on site if the length of work or weather conditions mandate us to do so. We will attempt not to damage the root systems by digging too close and replace the disturbed earth in the most natural manner. These trees belong to everyone, and we will not let our work disturb this.